Hello everybody. So I'll be honest, I know this video is late today and there's a reason for it being late. And the reason being I just didn't know what to do. I have been kind of trying to keep my spending down a little bit and use what I have, and so I'm not getting a whole bunch of new stuff. I am still waiting for stuff from HSN Craft Day. I'm still waiting for the Anna Griffin hot foil guild thing. I'm waiting for some stuff from Crafter's Companion. I'm still waiting for stuff that I thought I would have. So I hadn't really been, thinking too much. I'm sorry. This is probably loud and annoying. But I want to get all these little bits off this magnet mat because everybody really seemed to enjoy the frames going on those cards, and it made a big difference. And I thought to myself, what would happen if we just took frames and cut out frames and maybe just kind of stacked them on top of each other. And so that's what we are going to do today. And I'm thinking that I want to use, I don't know, this one. These ones here, and I pointed this out the other day, there's a reason why we have these along with these fancy ones. It's because these do not cut out the outer edge. They stay a solid piece. So even if I decided I was going to come in and cut these, actually, we could check it out. Because, to cut these, it's going to show underneath the difference. Because if I cut them all together, there's going to be, this is where the cut is going to be, and then this one would fit inside the cut. And you know what? We are going to try it. So, honestly, I think I'll get 3. But my outer edges on these inside ones here, this is going to be my outer edge. So, I'm thinking, well, I could do it. They're all going to be the same color, though, if I put them all through. I know what I'll do. I got some Anna Griffin paper, so I think what I'm going to do, I just grabbed these, is I might use a double-sided paper, and then the middle one could be flipped. And we could try that. I do kind of want to do a red. Let's do a red. Let's do this first down. I'm going to assume this is about halfway. I could be wrong on that. Yeah. Let's go ahead and cut these out and check it out and see what we come up with. I just figure we'll just play around and see what looks we get. And, we have Valentine's coming. maybe this is a way to do Valentine cards that will be kind of simple, you know. Who knows? We'll see. So I've cut all 3 of them together. So like I said, the insides of these now are that, which that's not bad. Really, that's kind of cute. Let me grab some of those card blanks so we can see. Don't tell me I'm all out of Anna Griffin card blanks. I know I've got some packed inside bags, but we don't want to have to look right now. All right, so I guess I am. What are these? Let's look. Okay, so we have some Anna Griffin card blanks. Ugh. Oh, that's just plain white. That's not an Anna Griffin. Are these all just plain white? Yeah. These are not the Anna Griffin, but they are 5x7. This is an Anna Griffin. This is an Anna Griffin. The rest of these are just white. So let's just check it out with one of each. So let's look at these now. We've got this one. We've got this one. And we've got this one. So if we stack them all up together, we're going to get, it might look better on a white anyways. It's not a bright white, it's kind of a cream white, so I kind of do match her things real well. So they fit right in each other though. Like that. And like that. Which is different, right? Unique, pretty. We could do them the other way, flip them around this way. Yep, I like that. I like the way that looks, but what if we took this one and put some dimension on it? Yeah, that would work. Red heart. 2 red. Let's see what else I got. This would be 2 yellow. There's no yellow in this paper whatsoever. These are not all punched out. Here, let me get my tool. And let's get these out. Oh, that's from other paper that was in that die. Did make it easier to see where they were. I think I like it this way, but so we honestly, my thought is this could get put down and then this could come up just a little bit and this one could come up a little bit more. And then we might have like a tunnel. Where now our thing could be sitting here, right? Does that make sense? Let me get my different heights of to see if they're the same height. These do look like the same height. These ones, I thought I had one, yeah. These ones should be thinner. Not by a lot, but they are. So let's give that a try. So this one's going to be the highest, right? So I'm going to put these bigger ones on here. Now what I found out yesterday is if you leave them on here and take this off, it's easier than putting them on first. I thought, you know, it would be kind of nice if somebody came out with some of these that are cut, but the release paper is one big sheet and you pull it off and then you can just grab these and you don't have to worry about pulling those off all the time. Let me go all the way to here where it's right. Okay, so now I can just grab these. That one didn't come off. I guess I could cut these to make them a little bit smaller because we don't have big pieces here. So let's just make them a little more narrow. One here. One here. There's a piece I missed. Let's do... I don't want my foam showing through. Some people will actually come back later on. Didn't I already take the paper off of these? Maybe I'm trying to get them on the wrong side. Non-stick scissors would be helpful here. I'm just gonna do... Because I'm doing a video, if I wasn't doing a video, I would be putting more down. But for the sake of getting through this video a little quicker, Yeah, I think somebody doing a release sheet that you could take off and put back on would make a big difference for us. It would just make it so much easier. That's the sticky side. No. That's what I liked about the rolls. When you have the rolls, you know, you cut it to the way you want it. Okay, I think that might be enough. Okay, let's go ahead and put this one down first. The reason I'm doing this one first is for centering. This was not the way I wanted to do it. I wanted the other side. I wonder if I can still move them. I know I went back and added more to the ones we did yesterday. And by the time I got to it, the other ones were stuck down really good. And it was a little more work to put them in than I thought it was going to be. But that was all right because it showed they were sticking well. So I was happy with that. Yeah, going this way. I was definitely happy about that. And one of the reasons I'm not a big dimensional, one of the reasons is not that I don't like it. It's that dealing with all that, taking it off. And everybody tells me, oh, Lori, you're so patient. And then something like that, I'm just like, I just don't have patience for this. So that's why when somebody makes a comment, you're so patient, I will say, not always, not always. Okay, so there's the first one. Maybe could have come this way and up a little bit more. Oh, I didn't think that would work. Okay, so then this one will be like this. And this one is going to be a little bit shorter. This is not easy. Okay, so again, I'm going to come in with this. And I'm just going to remove the little tabs first, because otherwise it takes me forever to do it. And I mentioned yesterday that I saw somebody that had a hack for this, but I don't remember who it was and I don't remember what it was. But they come off so much quicker from here than taking them off and doing them. And even this is not fast. I don't know. I don't know if Crafter's Companion still has the rolls. When I bought mine, that was the only way they sold them. And I bought them during the pandemic, and I don't know if a mistake was made or what, but I got so much of it. And I'm going to say, when I first saw the little squares, I thought, oh, neat. They're already cut and everything for you. No. They're harder to use. I need some for the middle, so let me do 2 more here. So late start on the video. Sitting there trying to think. Telling myself to rest my brain so I could think of something. And whether you try to hold it off or not, the day starts anyways, right? You just can't stop time. So I ended up with phone calls and not getting to really think about it anyway. So then I thought, oh, I'll pull something out of that bin like I did those flowers, that flower die set. I thought I would do that, and then while I was looking through there, I thought, you know what? I wondered about doing that when I was making the frames for the flowers. So why don't we just go ahead and try it? So here we are. So I'm just going to put each one down. Now maybe we could have just laid these down and then not had to worry about it. I wasn't thinking about that. And then that'll go straight. And then now we have the different heights. Now if I had claw glue, but oh, that was the other thing. When I say my babies, I am talking about the birds. My babies have been in a really good mood today, and that also made it hard to come in here, you know, when they're wanting to talk and be all sweet, and they don't always want to do that. I want to get all this stuff out before I put it down because I don't think I'll be able to. Excuse me, once it's down, I don't think I'll be able to. I don't know. Uh-oh. How come nobody else seems to have these glue troubles like I do? Why is it so specific to me? I do have to get my press and clear it out. I have a feeling this one's not going to work either. I wonder if I took this lid off. I don't think so. Oh, I should have done this before the video. I'll tell you what, if I'm going to have to, I'll pull that Elmer's glue out. If I'm going to have to. I've got new ones. I just hate to open new ones because I feel like it's just going to cause trouble with them before I even get started. Oops. Well, I didn't expect this to be all runny like that. But they have been sitting for a while, so that could explain that. Okay, so this is gonna go down. Now imagine if we had foil underneath, that would be really pretty. Make the adjustments, get this over where I want it. Okay. I think this is what I'm talking about, right? This is what I'm saying. How it kind of has a tunneled look. And then we can put whatever we want to inside of here. Like they could tuck up under. Yep. Nope, nope, nope. Oh, I'm trying to grab this here. No. How about him with the heart? Right? He could be a little bit under, holding the heart. Something like Be My Valentine in here. I think the heart is not right. Oh, this was some of the hearts I made. Oh, that's too much under. Shoving that thing up. No, oh, I took some of those off. No, I want the stuff to be down in. I just have a few little things sitting here that, oh, here's some smaller flamingos. It's a little different. I don't know. Covering up too much of the flamingo, maybe. Well, surely we could put something in here as just kind of a focal point. These are beautiful. These are from a swap from a Biani swap. They're so pretty, aren't they? I don't think they fit the card. But they are so pretty. Oh, maybe. Wait. Now I see the arrow. Maybe the flamingos with the arrow would work. think it needs a smaller heart. Or this one. What do you think? I kind of think it's cute. There, that way maybe it'll look like Cupid's off somewhere or something. Silly. All right, we're gonna leave this like this just for now. I'm not setting that way, but let's try doing something else with these. Some other something. Some more type of layering or something we could do with these. Surely there is something we can do. And these are all going to be need to be cleaned out. Okay. So I think the next thing to try, this is what's so nice about having these things that layer up, right? Is sometimes that's all you need to do is just layer them up. So this one is the same way, basically. It's not going to cut the inside out. So with this one, I'm going to do some paper. Let's find some Anna paper. Let's do pink. This one. Nope, that's already too cut up. I'm looking. I'm trying to. Every time I dig out a piece, it's been cut into too much, and the big frame won't fit. So here, let's get this one. It's so pretty. Her papers are so pretty, and that's the thing with her papers. Sometimes they do enough so that we have this side, and we have this side. I think I'm gonna want this side, and I'm gonna do this one here. What did I do with my scissors? They're there. All right, and I think with this one, I will be okay to, it's going to do the same thing. It's not going to cut this edge out. It shows an edge, but if you look, that's smooth, and there's no cutting blade on there. I'm going to try to clear out some of these pieces stuck inside there. You should never do this. You can hear them babies in there. They're not grouchy this morning, though. For some reason, I didn't know birds could be so moody. But I'm telling you now, they can be. Okay, so it's not going to cut that inside out. I'm going to take this one, the smallest one, and cut out the inside. because I'm going to take the middle size one and I'm going to cut it with foil. And I might be able to use, will it fit on these slim pieces? I think it will. I think I'm going to do gold. Just, that's kind of a green gold. I don't want a green gold. I want a gold. Here we go. I know we got these slimline pieces because people do slimline cards, but I really don't do a lot of slimline cards. So I'm just going to go ahead and run these through. And that'll give us a different one for the middle. I don't know how much of it we'll see, but we'll find out together. So I don't know if these would be considered frames or mats, since they don't cut the edge out. To me, that kind of makes them a mat more than it does a frame. But she gives you the straight ones, right? These are going to have to be kind of what I call weeded. I don't know where I got that from. So I don't think that's going to hurt, because I think with the foil on there, we're going to be all right. What do you think? Wow, that kind of looks lacy, right? Ooh. I'm liking it, but we don't even have all the pieces knocked out yet. So let's do that. Let's weed it. Let's get all the noise out of there. It really is nice when these come out on their own and you don't have to punch them out, but that's why we all have our pokey tools, right, to take care of this stuff. All right, getting it done here. Let's see. Okay. Now this one, I thought I saw a piece, but I guess I didn't. Make sure I'm not confusing those pushed out pieces for pieces that it might still actually be in there. Oh, I haven't even got dressed today. I am in my pajamas. I don't like it when I don't get my shower and get dressed and everything early enough. It really does mess up my whole day, it feels like. Okay, and now let's get these out of these. Sometimes you can poke them and they still stay attached. And so that's why I usually hold a finger here in the back. And then, see that one hanging? Let's see, right here. So you can just kind of pull them off. They just kind of hang on that way. I'm looking at this other side and I'm thinking, do we want to do this? Now, I'm not going to make this dimensional here because I've cut this out here. So to me, that tells me that I'm done with that. You know, like I can't do that here. That takes that option away. This one, I can. I can put dimensionals on the back of this one. Because there's nothing cut out of the gold. Look at, I missed a few of them here that I can see. Okay. Some of these even almost look like hearts. Sort of shaped that way. So, do we want to do it this way? That gives a very, what's the word I want to say? It's very feminine both ways. This is a very, I can't think of the word to describe. This is a little bit more, it's still the same kind of look. It's still very feminine and everything. But using the different paper, not as matchy-matchy. I don't know which way I prefer it. I really don't. Maybe we need to get it on a card blank. I think this green might work with all the leaves and the ivy and stuff on here. Maybe not. Because of that little bit of gold in here, you can see that that's not really... I can hear something going outside, but I just don't really know what it is. If it's close or far or It almost sounds like, oh, there it is. What are they doing? He's got like a power washer, but he's not near anywhere to power. Oh, he's washing that car. Okay, so somebody's getting a car detailed. All right, I get it now. So that's probably a compressor that's making that work. That's what I'm hearing. So what do we think? Do we like this? I don't know about the white. Honestly, let's pull out some ink. Let's pull out some gold. Oh, wait. No, I don't. I thought maybe I would have Anna Griffin gold ink pad, but I don't see it there, so I do want to check if that gold is going to match, and it doesn't. So all these ink pads in here. I don't have one that's gonna match. I don't want to do it. If it doesn't match it right, I don't want to do it. So no, I don't have an Anna Griffin. This color is this. Petal pink. Let's see what this looks like on paper. I'm just going to grab one of these blanks, and because I want to make sure on the right paper. That works. Okay. I'll just use this one then. And I'm just going to etch it. Just get rid of that white look. And I do want to come in far enough for all the cutouts to show the pink through. It's too bad the gold would have been so nice, I think. There, I think that's better. I just don't think it needs more than that. Okay. Can you see a difference through the camera lens, through my phone? And then we go here, and I still don't know if I want to change that. Oh, I don't know. I do think this needs to go this way. Ugh. That looks more right. Let's try sticking something in the middle and see what it does. Okay, I'm gonna leave that, I think. Let's try the other way just in case. Nope, I like the other one. This way. Yeah. I like that. Okay. Much simpler card. More basic. So pretty. Anna Griffin stuff. What are you going to do? All right. My gold foil machine. The Anna Griffin one should be here anytime. I want to stop right here and say something, but let me try to keep going, and I'm just going to go ahead and glue this one in and then glue this one in. There was a time when I bought stuff and it came from California and it would go to Ontario and then it would be sent all the way to Northern California and then come back down before it would come here. And it took stuff forever to get here, as you can imagine. So, and I got on here a couple of times and kind of vented about it a little bit, like they're sending my stuff on the California tour, beach cruise, or whatever you want to call it. Well, this time, my stuff was mailed from Gardena, California, and then sent to Ontario, California. And it's already here in Vegas. Now, when will I get it? I don't know. Sometimes it seems like here in town, things will sit a while before they make the delivery. But I'm hoping that it won't be long. Yeah, so for some reason, if it's mailed from Ontario, it's got to go all the way up to Northern California and then back down. But if it's from Gardena, which is farther away, it goes to Ontario. Maybe the difference is Rancho Cucamonga, because I think my stuff would go to Rancho Cucamonga. I don't remember if it would go to Rancho Cucamonga and then up and then back to Ontario, which in actuality, Ontario would be farther from us than Rancho Cucamonga, but that doesn't mean that that's not what they did, right? Look. Isn't that cute? It almost doesn't stand out enough here, though. It's a little too close. But look at this. Oh, it's so pretty. Oh, I love this stuff. Love it. These birds are so sweet. Just look how pretty. I mean, just too sweet. Such beautiful stuff. So, this is what we get if we just leave it and layer them. And I think that's very pretty. And this is when we cut them all out. Pop some dimensional on. Doesn't want to stay. So these are not glued down, but they're not wanting to stay where they are. They need more dimensional on them to keep them down. That's all right. Both of them draw the eye in, right? Just in different ways. I think we're going to have to be doing a lot more of this stuff. And finding things to do with these and ways to dress our cards up with them, because I just feel like I just found something here. Whoops. Put that out of the way. Just kind of trying to put stuff away a little bit here. All right, everybody. I could do this all day, but we're over an hour, and I only did 2. I thought we could try different things, and I spent too much time actually doing, like, putting them on a card blank. Because at first I kind of thought maybe we wouldn't even do that. We would just play around with the frames, but that's all right. I guess if I'm showing you, or we're playing around to see what we can do, we might as well see what we can do with it, right? And what kind of look are we actually going to get with it? So, there we go. If you like my video, please hit the like and subscribe button. Thank you for joining me, and I hope you join me again. Everybody have a blessed day. Bye-bye now.